Hello YouTube and fellow Minecrafters, especially you from InfernoCraft, because this tutorial is for you. This is Tiger God speaking, or you can call me Marcus if you want to do that. If you're not a member of lovely InfernoCraft, just go to our webpage at mcinfernocraft.com. The link will be in the description, and here's the IP, which will also be in the description. When you get to the website, get to sign up and get the activation mail. Either will drop in your inbox or the spam folder, depending on your spam settings. And you just confirm and you go back to the forum and apply on the forum for joining with your in-game name, your age, and your tag that you can find on the tag list. So moving on with the tutorial now. So I'm logging in here and just gonna let a bit chunks load up. Here we go, this should be enough. I should say that this is one of the city projects, one of many city projects. Some people of you have seen it, so you notice this gatehouse. But that's not the point here. The point is we're going to learn about Towny. So first thing that you should know is if you do /Towny, is to bring up the help commands for Towny. So we have, I'm gonna go directly to town. So /town question mark, and here we go. Here's all the town commands, and the residents have a little extra because you see his resident question mark. So that's the residents. Their commands start with resident, but they have a little one here as well. They have a town command that is town deposits. You can give money. You're free to give money to the town, which they will need to expand. But the first thing I'm gonna go through is how to create a town. So as you see, we should go to town. Oh no, actually. Yes, sorry about that. Was a poor timing. Yay! People love when I do weather sun. I hate rain personally. So we're gonna create a town. We do town new, and let's do a name. Let's do Tiger Will. So Tiger create a new town called Tiger Will, and important thing with Towny is that when you claim an area, or so you start a faction, actually it's gonna claim the exact chunk you're standing in at this moment. So I'm gonna show you. If I fly over here, it's gonna say wilderness, and I fly back in to the town, it's gonna say Tiger Will settlement. So let me just mark out the border, and let's see here-ish. There we go. And let's do this. As you might know, the Minecraft world is divided up into chunks, and each chunk is part of the grid system with X and Y coordinates, as you know. Or each block is part of the grid system, and each chunk is could be divided into 16 blocks. So each chunk is 16 by 16 blocks. Let's check. That looks. Let's see, there it is. And last border. Well, that's interesting. I actually claimed the chunk on the borderline or so, whatever. Alright, so I claimed this area. This is my first chunk. This is my little sweet home. And let me just mark it out a bit more. So this is my area now. It's not that big. So I'm just gonna go and claim a couple more areas. Oh, but yeah, before I do that, because if I, as you see now, and do town claim, it says I can't afford it. So I have to do town deposit, and I'm gonna deposit, let's say 5,000. So Tiger deposit 5,000 into the town bank. That means I have town 5,000. So if I do /town, it's gonna show me the town I'm in. It's going to show me town size. I can have 8 chunks, but I have just one at this moment. And it's gonna tell me a lot of stuff: bank, mayor, residence, the daily upkeep, tax, stuff like that, which I will go over soon. But now to the claiming. Town claim. So it's gonna claim that area. I'm gonna claim this area here, making a square town claim. So now you have 4 areas claimed. And I will just pause and I will just set up a border. Okay, as you can see now, this is the total area of my. This is 4 chunks, so it's 32 by 32. And as you see, I fly around here, my message changes now. When I cross here though, it's gonna say wilderness, and in wilderness is PvP. And after you have done that, you probably want to have a town spawn, which you have to set up in the town home, sorry. And you can easily find it with doing Towny map, and it's gonna show you the chunks you have claimed, the direction you're facing. So I'm currently facing north, and so the block or the chunk behind me, the H, is the hometown which I'm currently in. As you see, it's gonna say Tiger Will Settlement PvP home. So I'm in home and I wanna set spawn. So I set town set spawn. And let's get fly over here to demonstrate. Let's do town spawn. And it's going to spawn me at the exact same position as I set the spawn. I can change the home, so I can actually change the home if I want to have it over here, but I'm fine with where it is now. Alright, so a town is supposed to have more residents than just little me, so if you want to increase your residents amount, you talk to people, ask them to want to join your lovely town, and agree. You do town add, and you type in their name. So I'm just gonna demonstrate that if a guy is or a girl is a part of a town, it's gonna say Tiger's already part of Tiger Will's settlement. And if you are successful, it's going to say that you have invited him and you will be waiting for an acceptance from him. But if you see a message like this, talk to the person that you invite in, saying to leave the town he's in, or else he can't join your town. You can also kick people, so then you do /town kick and then the name, but I'm not gonna press that in. Also you can add or kick people that is not online by adding a plus after the add, or doing if you're gonna kick a person that is not online, you do kick plus. It's not gonna agree on that now because I'm in the faction, I'm the mayor. I can't kick myself. Easy enough. Let's go to, as a mayor, I can actually bring up the town mayor commands for you so you can see them. As you see, I did town claim, and you can also do unclaim, that just unclaims the land for you. And town withdraw, I can actually withdraw money from the town bank. And this is the add and kick command. And as you see, it is the plus. I can go, let's go town. Let's see the settings for town set. So town set, it's gonna say we can set a town set board message. So town set board. This is like it's like faction description. Not message. I'm gonna type. Then you type the actual message. Let's type Tiger is the boss. So every time a resident of my town will log in, we see that message. Every time someone wants to have information about my town, let's say town Tiger Will, they are going to see that board message. Tiger is the boss, town size, and all the other things. this is I can change mayor if I want to do that. If I don't want to be mayor of this town anymore, I can actually change the mayor. Here is the change home, so I can like set. I guess for demonstration, as you know, the town home is here. I can actually set it to over here or where else which I claimed. So town set home block. So it's gonna change. I can say home here now, and it's not gonna say home over there. And as you see, the spawn will be broken, so you will need to change the spawn. So I have to do is town set spawn, and now it should work again. Town, not town set, no, sorry, town spawn. So it's gonna spawn me over here. Let's go back to the list. And this is the cool thing. It's actually town set perm. It can tell us. You set the permissions for outsiders, which that are people that are not part of your town. You can set permissions for allies, and I think you can actually set town permissions for the people in your town. But there's no point in changing the residents' permissions. Okay, let's go through because I don't only want outsiders to be able to I don't want outsiders to be able to do anything here except using switches, so I can just do set perm outsider off, and I did something wrong. Picking town before town. There we go. Town sets perm off. So if we see here, only residents, or as it's displayed here, friends with an F. Only they have permission to build, destroy switches, which is doors, I think, and levers and buttons, I'm sure of that, and items like potions and stuff. But if I want them, as I said, I want them to be able to use switches, so I have to do town set perms outside the switch on. So now outsiders can only use switches in my place, and the same thing goes for example allies. I can do town set perm ally sorry for my pronunciation. Set perm ally. I want them to be able to do everything, because I trust my allies that much. Plus you don't. And as you can see, this is a A here now, because it says with what permissions they have. And as you can see here, PvP is on, explosions are off, fire spread off, mob spawns off, which is kind of cool thing because you don't have that in faction. That mobs will not spawn in your faction, or well, perhaps you have, but I don't know. But you can change that. You can change that as yourself. You don't have the admin to have a default set. You can actually change that yourself. So if I have PvP on, I want to have PvP off because I don't want people running around and killing each other in my place, except for in the arena. Town set PvP off. Oh yes, sorry, it's gonna be tons of perm PvP off. No? Why are you being so messy with me? Making me sad. Let's see, town set. What did I miss? Town set perm. Oh yeah, it is town toggle, I think. Yeah, it is town toggle. So town toggle PvP. And town PvP has been disabled. I can also change. I can change it to be an open town, so everyone can join. I can change so my town spawn is a public spawn, so everyone can use it. I can change so explosions are low, but it will not allow explosion anyway because we have word guard. So same for fire, but mobs, I think you can change this so mobs will actually spawn in your place. And you can set town percent, attacks percent. Um, which applies to prices in the percentage based attacks are now enabled, but it's not that important at this moment, so I can disable again. So that's the permissions, and let's go back to town. Where are I now? Oh my god, I'm so... Yeah, town. Let's go town mayor. Check out the mayor. There we go. And there was the toggle I showed you, and the town set. Yeah, I was. I can set the plot tax. Yeah, I can go over the plot, by the way, when we're actually talking about it, so I will not confuse you even more. So, if I want to set up plots are for selling chunks in your town to players, so that it will this will prevent griefing from other players that is in the same towns. They can't actually interact with your stuff, but you can actually, if you own a plot, you can actually add friends to your plot. But let's just start with putting up a plot for sale. So we do /plot for sale, and I want to sell this for, let's say, 2,000. So it's gonna say Tiger put the plot in the Infernicraft world. This is the chunk 8412 up for sale, and when I enter it's gonna say for sale 2,000 miracles. So, and I want to buy this now. So what I do plot claim, and it's gonna process, and a successful claim Infernicraft 8412. And when I fly over here it's gonna say Hermit Tiger God, because I'm alone in my village, so I'm officially a hermit. And since I'm the mayor, I want the people to pay taxes. I want to tax. No, but I want tax because it will help me to expand the town, pay upkeep for my town, because I need to pay upkeep for every plot I have or every chunk I have. Also, if I'm part of a nation, I need to pay the nation tax. I'm gonna go over what nations are later on. So let's just go to, yeah, as a mayor you want to tax your people, but you don't want to tax them too much, because if you tax them so much they can't pay you, they will actually be kicked out of the town. Same goes for the town. If the town can't pay from its bank to the server the upkeep, it will actually disband the town. This is cool. This is because we want to have a more dynamic economy, and it's just going to get rid of all people have left the server and not playing anymore, clear up more space. Speaking of space, by the way, you can't set up a town inside a 100 block radius from another town without permissions, of course. This is because we want to keep a nice and friendly community and have some distance from each other. Even though we like each other. That came out a bit wrong, I guess. I hope you get what I mean, though. So I can set town taxes. I'm gonna set town taxes 100, and set the daily resident tax. Every resident in my town will have to pay 100 for being in the town. And I can actually set a plot tax, and I want, so since I can tax even more, so I can do town set plot tax 100. So that means that I, who owns this plot, for every plot I own, I will need to pay 100 tax every day. and plus the extra 100 for being in the town. And a good town will find a good balance between the plot tax and the daily resident tax. So, yeah, there are other, as you can see here, you can set a plot, you can set a shop and an embassy. An embassy is kind of cool because I can show you. I'm gonna do plot. No, let's see, embassy for sale. No, plot embassy for sale. No, oh, what I'm doing wrong now. What was the? I just keep forgetting stuff. uh, um, plot set embassy. Spelled wrong. There we go. Plot type set embassy. So as if I'm gonna fly in here, I'm gonna say this is gonna be this is an embassy. That means that outsiders can come in here and buy this place. Set up a little home inside your town actually. And you charge them taxes. So you can have a individual tax for these guys, and first you need to do plot for sale 2000, because I want to sell this also. I want to make good profit of people that are not in my actual town. So also I do plot. Now I'm gonna set the tax. I'm gonna do plot embassy tax, and I want them to pay 400. Let's see, what did I do wrong? Oh yeah, sorry, I need to do, and it's not plot, it's silly little me, it's town set embassy tax. So the person owning this will have to pay the initial buying price and pay another 400 each day. Let's go move on to town. Let's just go to town. Here we go. And we were at town. Here. And as you see, we can actually set a town assistant, which will help you. He will have the same permissions as a mayor do, but he can't change the actual mayor. But he can kick people, he can add people, he can change taxes, I think. So you need to be careful who you give this to, because he can do equally damage as he can do good things for the town. And it's quite essential to have an assistant later on, because if your faction or your town, I mean, gets too big. It's like to say, two heads are smarter than one, hopefully. And let's move on with the Towny commands. Oh, sorry. I think we went through all this. Yeah, I can just go through. If you don't want to be a mayor anymore, you just do. I can show you the command before. Town mayor question mark, and you get the make one. So you do slash town delete. I'm not gonna do this now. I can do this later. So I'll show you how it works or what the message it will give. Actually, it will if you don't have a mayor for your town, the town will actually fall into ruins, and the blocks in the town will actually despawn. Can go back to Towny, and I'm gonna check on let's whoa, this was the wrong one. Well, yeah, you can do, and that's a quite cool thing, Towny prices. So you will see prices for a new town, making a nation, upkeep for nation, town upkeep. Um, this will all these prices will be changed. This is just the default prices, but they will be changed. Just so you know the command for now. Yeah. Tony. So we can go to. Let's go to resident. Um, here you can get information about other players. So I'm just going to type Tiger God, and it will show that he owns one plot. He's a hermit. He has that amount of money in his bank. He's part of this town, Tiger Will, and he has one friend. You can add people to your friend list by doing resident friend add. So you can do add. Let's add Devin Candice. And since Devin Candice is not online, I will actually have to put a plus after add. The resident Devin Candice is not registered. Yeah, that's because it will not give you this message. That's because this just gives the message now because of she haven't logged on day after I added in the plugin. But I can do let's add Oxmax resident just for the sake of this tutorial. I'm gonna add him. Resident friend add Oxmax. So added Oxmax to your friend list. So when I do resident Tiger God, it will show me that Oxmax is one of my friends. And this is kind of cool because if you now they can interact with your plots. You can. I think you have to invite them to your plot actually, but it's easy to find them if they're on your friend list. What does it? Whiskey, Oxmax, horse. Alright, moving on. Resident. Let's see if it was something else here. And I can delete, remove friends from my list. Let's check what resident set is. Resident set. Resident set perm. Yeah, I think this is as the example here, the resident plot set perm friend build own. So you can actually have your friends build on your plot. That's how you do it. So slash resident plot set perm friend build on. Oh wait. There we go. So now my friends can build on my plot. Let's go to okay, let's check out nation, I guess. This is if you want to start a nation. Nation is bounds together, binds together different towns into a great nation that can war other people. Yes, I am. So since I'm a town mayor, I can do a nation. So I want to do a nation. This I want to do a nation. So I do nation new and name. So let's have Thailand. So Tiger create a new nation called Thailand, and I can do just for nation list. It can show us all the nations, and it says Thailand. It's only one nation at this moment. So if you want more information about this nation under nation Thailand. You probably should recognize or find a lot of the commands similar to the factions. So it will not be that much new for you. Get a message down. Yeah. And you can see you can set up a nation tax, and you have it also daily upkeep. So you have to add money. You have to deposit money into your nation, so the nation doesn't crumble into ruins. So nation deposit. Let's deposit 2,000. And the other things you want to do is go, when you're done a nation, you can go check out the king commands, because you can withdraw from your bank, you can add or kick towns, you can make a nation assistant. This is the same for town assistant, just that they are on a nation level. So if you can give me there you go. Nation set. So I can set the capital, the nation set capital. I'm gonna set I want Tigerville to be the nation's capital, so I do nation set capital Tigerville. And you can also say Tiger is not king of Tigerland, because I own the town, which is the capital, so it will automatically be the king of the nation. And other thing I want to do is set a tax, so I can have the upkeep. So I want to have that's 700. I had a month's space too much, and that amount will be drawn from the town banks. So residents pay tax to towns, and towns pay upkeep to the server and pay taxes to the nation, and nation pays upkeep to the server. So it's going to try to have a constant flow of money to make a more dynamic economy. I can set titles and surnames for residents. I can set a tag. I can set a new name for the nation. I can make a new king. If I want another king, then I just want to be a mayor of my town, but I want another one to be king of the nation. I can do that. Asian king. And here I can ally, whatever, with other nation, and enemy with other nations. And you can also during there's some things called war event, where nations fight against each other, and they will have to practically capture each other's nations or capital towns. But it will be rules for it, and will not be ups later on. We still have a couple of rules, like rules for no griefing, and as you know, rules for not making towns more or less than 100 blocks from another town, because this will result in consequences or actions taken from the staff. And we will not be harsh against you. We're not haters. But during these war events, you can do a nation toggle neutral, and withdraw money from your bank to keep you neutral in a case of a war event. I think that's it for the king. Yeah, you can also delete, nation delete, just as town delete. No. And this is an important one. If you want to talk in the town chat, you do TC, and we will actually just talking in the town chat. with your other townies. And you can do a nation chat. It's NC. You're gonna say mode set nation, and I'm gonna say hi there as well. So as it's working, and there will also be a global chat. So I can say hi in general chat. Hey. Um, yeah, that should be it for this tutorial, and if you have any more questions, feel free to go to our website, post on the forum, ask me directly in the game or on my Skype if you have it. And this should be it for this tutorial. Thank you for listening, and subscribe and like for more tutorials like this, and to keep my spirit high and not making me saddy. Oh yes, I can show you the town elite. And I would say the nation Tigerland was disbanded and the town of Tigerwood fell into ruin. This is Tiger God for MC Infernocraft signing out.